I began teaching kindergarten 30 years ago, and I've had the great pleasure of meeting teachers who want to work at this school, and it's by far the strongest group of teachers I've ever seen. Teachers who really understand that children need to have art, music, movement, environmental science, math, reading, writing within their life in order to just be the kind of people who want to take us into the future.
Dr. Fullerton and I are focusing on the cognitive, the head part, and so what we wanted to tell you is that the charter school is going to have an integrated curriculum that is aligned with state and Common Core standards. Because it's a public school, we will do the state assessments, but we'll do it in a unique way. We educate our children to be collaborative, critical thinkers with an emphasis on academics, as well as art, music, and movement. So part of the day, every day, has art, music, and movement. It's not relegated to one day a week. The music, art, and the language, and the physical activity, and the science are not separated and isolated. They're daily relevant activities that make sense to children. They're taught in a very concrete way, a very holistic way.
In addition, because Dr. Hall and I are professors at the University of North Florida, we have a strong community partnership with the University of North Florida. We have several other departments within the university who are going to be sending their students to our school. In addition, we have many early childhood students who are currently spending quite a bit of time learning from Miss Lynn at the Seaside Play Garden. They will transition into the Seaside Community School. So it's, again, a wonderful opportunity for our new teachers to see a developmentally appropriate and different way for children to learn the Common Core standards that we have to teach them.
One of the things that we focus on is active and joyful learning. We believe that learning can be challenging, it can be difficult, but it still should be joyful. And it's fun for children to learn. The children are going to learn how tools work, technology at the conceptual level. For example, if they're planting seeds in the ground, they might use a measuring tape to make sure that the seeds are not too deep so that they'll grow. When they go outside, we've got jump ropes. These are some jump ropes that the preschool teachers have made, and the kids can use this to learn how their bodies work in space. We focus on environmental science, and we foster critical STEM, which is the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The focus that you hear from the Tallahassee, we'll focus on that through environmental science and focus on environmental stewardship.
And some of you may have heard that in Duval County we now have something that are called no recess schools. And I want to assure you that the Seaside Community School will be a pro-recess, pro-play, pro-learning type of school. So now I'm going to let Miss Lynn talk for a minute.
Thank you. Thank you, Drs. Hall and Drs. Fullerton, and we so appreciate the partnership with UNF. One of the reasons is because these two women are just a wealth of information. Also, they provide us intern students. So not only are we changing the face of education at the preschool level, but also the collegiate level, because we are an example of, yes, there's another way for children to learn than worksheets and workbooks. One thing I often get asked is, well, you're going to be at the charter school, you'll have the state standards, how are you going to teach them? I love it when I get that question. And can I stand up?
Of course, yes.
I'm excited. I love that question because the answer is just a beautiful example of how children learn best. Now, I'm the kindergarten teacher, so I'm going to explain it from the kindergarten perspective. Every day, the children at Seaside Play Garden sit down for snack. It's a time to learn social graces. It's not a free-for-all sit down and eat. We come and sit down together, we light a candle, we sing a song, and we serve each other and practice our manners. Now before that happens, at some point during the morning, there's 3 or 4 children whose job it is to set the table. We have beautiful ceramic bowls and cups and little cloth napkins. They take very good care of them, by the way. Well, whoever job it is has to count the children to see how many are there today. Talk to the teachers and our administrator to see if they'll be joining us for snack. Keep all that in their head and then go back to the snack room and set the table. Can you imagine setting the table with 3 or 4 of your very best friends and all the conversation that happens, and wait a minute, you forgot a cup there, you need a bowl here. They keep all this in their mind at the same time, counting and regrouping, and wait, I already put out 5 bowls, I need 5 more cups. That's how they are really applying numeracy skills in a real life situation. Now, what I could do, which would make my day a lot easier but not much fun, is sit all the children down at a desk, give them a number 2 pencil, ask them about 150 times to sit still, and circle 10 cups on the paper. Okay, now here's a picture of bowls. How many of them are there? Can you circle 10 of those? Is that measurable? Yes. Is it fun? No. Is it meaningful to the child? No. Do I need to have a standard that says children will be able to count up to 15 or whatever to see if they can do that? I can see that they met that standard just by observing how they set the table, which happens every day at our school. So that type of learning, which I call organic learning, will carry over to the charter school. Everything we do there will be meaningful and purposeful for the child, and a lot of fun for the teachers too. At Seaside Play Garden, the children are so happy to come to school in the morning. When it's time to go home, they are not happy. They want to stay, and that's what we love. We do. It's a really wonderful place. It's a dream come true for me as a teacher. So, we talked about the head, the heart, the hands. Handwork is a big part of our curriculum. And in the preschool, we watercolor paint once a week. And we make things out of our paintings. And the children have made lanterns. And if they'd like to line up, my lovely teacher's assistant, Miss Caitlin, is going to lead them up, and they're going to sing some songs for you.